Back now. Lama Hasan is tracking the story for us. Good morning, Lama.
Yeah, good morning to you, Robin. Well, it was Iran's Attorney General making an off-the-cuff remark that the morality police was disbanded by the same authorities who installed it. But the regime then quickly dialing it back and denying these claims. And regardless, women still have to wear the hijab. Now, the protesters say that even if the morality police is shut down, it's simply not enough. They will keep demonstrating, taking their fight to the streets until they get what they want, which is a regime change. George.
Lama, thanks.
Lama Hasan joins us now from London with more. Lama, good afternoon. Mahsa Amini, that is a name now known around the world.
Yeah, it really is. And let me tell you, there was no fanfare, Gio, no major press conference. It was Iran's Attorney General who made an off-the-cuff remark saying that the so-called morality police was abolished by the same authorities who installed it. He made those comments on Saturday, and so people interpreted that to mean that the morality police was shut down. Iran's local media said his comments were misinterpreted and that the regime was quick to walk it back and deny those claims. Now, the reason why this would be a major headline is because the morality police is the force that is tasked with enforcing the Islamic dress code, which includes the law that requires women to wear a hijab and cover their hair. In Iran, of course, it is mandatory for women to dress modestly and cover their hair. And of course, you just mentioned Mahsa Amini. She was the 22-year-old who was arrested by the morality police back in September for allegedly not wearing her headscarf properly, and she died while in custody. And I think the anger among Iranians that had been simmering for decades simply boiled over. It was the tipping point for women, and that's how the demonstrations started, which have now been going on for almost 3 months. They were spearheaded by women who were just fed up with the regime and having their freedoms taken away from them. So it's important to note that regardless of what is happening on the ground, women still have to wear the hijab.
Lama, so many people, they are watching this. Do we have any idea how this will affect the protests?
That's a good question, Gio. The protesters say that even if the morality police is shut down, it's just not enough. They will keep demonstrating, they will keep going on the streets, and they will keep fighting until they get what they want, which is a regime change. So I think expect protests to intensify. In fact, we spoke with activists who said that if the morality police is disbanded, it shows that the regime is scrambling to try to stop these protests, telling us that this is a band-aid. It won't stop the bleeding, and that it is too little, too late. Gio, Stephanie.
Lama, let's talk about what's next. Now that the regime has denied it has shut down the morality police, how do people there move forward?
So I think the regime will double down. We've heard from one MP this morning who said that they will now make it even harder for women who choose not to wear the hijab. That probably refers to harsher punishments. And I also think that the protesters have reached a point of no return, right? So they are laser focused on what they want, and they will keep demonstrating despite the brutal crackdown by the regime until they get what they want. Gio and Stephanie.
All right, Lama Hasan, thank you so much for bringing us your insight, as always, right here on GMA3. We'll see you soon, my friend. And just ahead.